Actually, you touched on this a little bit earlier about going out to like events and stuff, but like we live in a crazy world, and you even said it's not, a lot of our environments aren't conducive to this, like, I guess, like small way, like no one's doing it like what we're doing, like no one's doing it. It's a small group of people that are eating raw. So like how do you manage, you know, to get by in a society that doesn't support you, like eating raw? Like what's, like, how do you do that, I guess, like what how do you find balance with that, I guess?
That's what's been rough, because like my biggest thing is like I need human connection. I feel like disconnected from people. The more I get in tune with this lifestyle, the more I'm in tune with nature. I just feel like I'm one with nature, you know? Like,
yeah.
That's why it's like nowadays this lifestyle, I go by intuition way more than science or what I think is right, what I should eat, how much fat, how much this, how much that. I just go with what I feel. I'm just so in tune. But then I feel like so disconnected from my people. So it's been hard to deal with that. But if you want me to tell you about the positive ways that I have dealt with it, it's by always being ready, like always being ready, no matter if I gotta do something, just always being stocked up on my fruit, having it with me in my car, always bringing more, just in case. I'd rather have more and carry it around than have short. So like I'll always be ready with like a watermelon or something for emergency. And I'll just fill up on melon or fill up on fruit before I hang out with people. And I'll prepare like epic salads, like zucchini noodle salads with like, I'll put a lot of avocado, and I'll put spices and even garlic if I want. I'll make it like stimulative and dense and high fat if I have to, just to keep it raw.
Yeah, of course.
And like I feel much better doing that than if I eat the cooked food.
Caving and eating it, yeah, for sure.
So I like to share those kind of meals. Like I'll make a good mango avocado zucchini noodle salad that I learned from Fully Raw Christina. And every time I bring that around, people love it.
Right? Yeah, you can share it, and then you don't feel as weird because people are joining in on you.
And they see that, oh, this guy's not just eating apples and bananas.
Carrots and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's actually like making amazing food, you know?
That's awesome. I think something, it just came up when you were talking too, is as you do the lifestyle more, you just get more confidence with it. Right now you don't feel weird bringing that. I bet in the beginning you might have felt weird bringing your own food, and I think that's important. Just like know that you're gonna have more confidence the longer you do it, and get out of your comfort zone, right? Like that's kind of
still like something I'm tweaking.
We're all it's hard. That's
like
why
summer I fell off and like gave into some social and like but it just made me realize, like I was saying, dimming my energy. I'm like, it's not for me. It's much better when I just bring my own food and do what's best for me. Because even in these exceptions that I made, I'll prepare my fruit, my juice, everything, but I told myself that I'll allow myself to eat the cooked fruit. And then it's like by the time I get through my juice and my fruit, I noticed they all ate their cooked food by then anyways. And I could have totally been satisfied, but because I told myself I'll eat the cooked food, I end up eating it like way later anyway. But I could have just been satisfied with my juices and fruit, you know? And they didn't notice, because by then it's like you're talking, you're hanging out, and I ate my food, they ate theirs. So it's really not a big deal. I think it's more in our heads.
Exactly. I agree.
We think it's a big deal. We think they care. But if you just own it and you eat it confidently, no one will really.
And I've noticed no one really. A lot of people care about themselves, but like they might like pretend like, oh, how are you doing today? But really they're thinking in their head, oh, how am I doing? Like a lot of people aren't really caring, so like they might say something, but once you start eating it, they're gonna forget about it. So I feel like. I've done that too, where it's like, oh yeah, I can eat it later, and then you're not even hungry, but you're like, oh well, I told myself. You're like a little kid with the cookie, like I can have a cookie now, you know. But exactly. So I have one more question. We can wrap this up pretty quick.
I gotta go, man.
I know, right? He's got to drive back.
I got a long drive.
So we talked about food, we talked about detoxing and stuff, but what practice? And I think I know the answer based on what I've learned about you. What health practice is most important to you that doesn't revolve around food? What gives you the most health that doesn't
I know. I got my answer.
Okay. Yeah.
I wonder if it's what you think.
Say it on three.
There's a few things.
Say it on three. If it's wrong, it doesn't matter. We'll see. 1, 2, 3. Meditation.
Grounding.
Oh dang! I thought it was meditation.
Meditation.
Okay. So grounding.
Meditation is huge though.
Okay. Well, talk more about grounding.
But grounding is more important. Like me being barefoot, on the earth, and just even climbing trees, just touching, being connected with the earth is just like, that's what I'm doing with these fruits and vegetables anyways. Like John Rose talks about bumping up our biophotons to get more in tune with nature. So I'm all about getting in tune with nature. So meditation for sure goes hand in hand, but it's just like nature's always been first for me. Like before I understood meditation, that's how I would meditate, by just going out into nature, sitting silently. But now I'm just like, I understand and I feel it through my experience that I'm grounding to nature, and it's just like, you know, they talk about B12 supplements and all that. I'm like, that's how I get it, by connecting to the earth. Like even in the winter at home, sometimes if I'm feeling down and stuff, and then I'm about to make a juice or whatever, and I grab a melon, and just picking up that melon, I already feel that vibe of nature. I'm just like, whoa, and I get connected with the fruit. So if I'm outside and there's sunshine and air blowing on my skin, and my feet are like touching the ground, the earth, like soft grass, I feel so good. Like it's so healing. Like that's one of the things I want to bring more to people in this community, because there's a lot of science, but I have an intuitive approach. Yeah, exactly. And I just feel like a lot of people I look up to, I mean, meeting at the festival, I'm like, they're so inspiring because they're fully raw no matter what. They don't even have slip-ups like me, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But then I'm like, oh, they're always in their sandals. I'm like, they're not. They could probably take their journey to the next level. They're grounded to the earth.
Yeah,
touching trees and leaves.
I need to take that from you, because I don't ground enough, and I'm not as connected. And it's just like when I was younger, I never went outside. Like I was on the computer all the time. So I think everyone is suffering from that, and that's, you know. I shared a story where people were in the hospital, they weren't getting well. They put all the hospital patients outside, and in 3 days they all got like so much better from being in the fresh air, because they're in the hospital, they're in confined and air conditioning and all this stuff. Put them outside, put them in the fresh air, and they were all getting better. So I think you're onto something there with connecting to.
Well, think about this. When I eat the fruits and vegetables, what I'm really doing is taking the 4 elements that my body's made out of: the wind, the earth, the water, and the fire. So when I'm eating a melon, it's like 70% water, like my body. So I'm like hydrating. And then the flesh, the fiber, that's the earth. And then you got the oxygen in it. Because you keep it alive, you're not cooking it, so the oxygen stays intact, and you're filling your cells with oxygen. And then you got the fire, the sunlight energy, the biophotons that come from the sun, that cook the fruit for months in the tree, loaded up with that sunlight energy, and then it comes into me, and then I have the sunlight energy beaming out of me. So that's just from eating fruits and vegetables. So now imagine going out into those elements and grounding with the earth, having the wind and the oxygen on your skin and in your lungs, jumping in the water, and using it, whether you're water fasting or doing enemas, to like get your whole body covered in water. And then the sunlight just like charging your skin, sun gazing. It's all the same thing. Just together.
Yeah, we came from the earth, so it's important to reconnect. So, man, that was awesome, dude. Thank you for sharing so much, and like sharing.
You just got me really inspired.
And sharing your life and stuff. So I think that's gonna wrap it up for this video. And
if you haven't already, subscribe to this guy's channel.
Thanks, guys. And any closing words you want to say? So, like, if you had a sentence to inspire someone, what would you say to someone right now? However you're feeling.
I would just say, look at yourself and see if you really love your life, if you really love yourself. And if you love your life, then keep your life alive, so you don't need to cook or kill your food or anything that you put into your life, you know? Your life being, so your life wants other things that are alive.
Nice. I agree. Bring it in, brother.
That was dope.
Yeah, and we'll hopefully reconnect again or do some live videos or something. But yeah, until then, I'll see you soon.
Peace, y'all.